Okay, I'm gonna try something new. I'm just gonna walk around and talk about the different stuff while I'm walking. So, on Monday, it was the Dia de los Tres Reyes. Dia de los Tres Reyes. Oh my god. It's a Monday. Like, it's not a shitload of people, but why is there a significant amount of people at the park on a Monday at 10 something a.m.? Anyways, it was Dia de los Tres Reyes on Monday, the 6th, or the 5th. I think it was the 6th. Whichever. I think it was the 6th. Yeah, that was Monday. And that was the Dia de los Reyes. So there were like floats, parades, and they had yeah, they were throwing out gifts and stuff. It was from like 5 o'clock. There's little commotion outside of my window. I was like, oh, kitty cat. Yeah. From day on Monday, I saw that there was chairs outside along the road on both sides. There was like chairs or whatever. And yeah, I was like, what's going on today? And I think I even Googled it. I left it, and then at like 5 o'clock when I was hearing the commotion, I Googled it. I think, like, what's happening today, and ChatGPT did say what was happening today, on the day, which was Dia de los Tres Reyes. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna see like when everything's starting up, and then I will go down. And yeah, it was starting to get full and stuff like around 5:30. When did I go down? Because I was gonna go get some water from school anyway, from university, from the campus. And I don't even know what time I was down there, like maybe sometime after 5. And then I was there for I don't even know how long, listening to Bad Bunny's new album for a little bit as well before I went down some of it. And I was listening to some of it while I was down there. I was like, when is this thing gonna fucking start? Because it was full out there at that point. And then, yeah, I just finally asked somebody, like, ¿cuándo empiezan las carrozas de desfiles? Oh, se supone a las 6, pero es España. Basically, I'm like, when is the parades and floats and stuff gonna start? Like, that's why I'm here. And he says 6 o'clock, but you know, it's Spain. So yeah, I think it was like minute to 6 at that point. 6 o'clock, come nothing. 6:15, still nothing. Almost left. Promptly 6:30, they started the floats and stuff, and they were like nice or whatever. They were wholesome. They were like, people dance. I'll put the stuff. I'll put the videos in, I'm sure. And then Dean sends a picture. She was in Lucieros, I think. Yeah, or Mercado, whichever one. And she was like, oh guys, the floats or whatever. And then the floats, she sent a picture of one of the floats with like a big minion balloon attached to it. And another picture, and I'm like, wow, this seems so much more grand. The one that Sava sent to was like humble. It was nice. I was like, this is so cool and so nice. I love this. And they were throwing fucking, not even pelting, bitch. They were pelting toys and candies and stuff. When some of the candies came and hit me, I said, Jesus, wow. And yeah, at one point they were the ball, honey. They were going crazy for the balls, the boys and the men alike. And at one point, girl, and I had on my Tom Fords, my expensive ass Tom Fords, and at one point, bitch, I felt one hand go so, and brush cross, and of course I went more like this reaction. The next hand goes so, bitch, I felt the glasses tilt. And at one point I had to go down because there was like, I think 2 hands coming from this way, and fix my glasses. I'm like, please don't make it be broken, and it wasn't broken. I said, for the little plastic ball, the little $2 balls. Anyways, so that was that. And also, yeah, Bad Bunny's album came out. I really liked it. It makes me want to re-listen to Un Verano Sin Ti, because I was not crazy about Un Verano Sin Ti. I did not hear what other people got before I was like, okay, maybe it's because I don't speak Spanish, because a lot of Hispanic people were going hard for it. But even a lot of people who don't speak Spanish worldwide go hard for that album. It was nominated for Album of the Year at the Grammys, but I wasn't crazy about it as an album. So I will listen to it again. Maybe I missed something because of this album was the shit. And I think it touches on the same themes of like being proud of being Hispanic, but even more so Puerto Rican, more specifically. So same themes. So I'm gonna see if it's like, wow, like they're both good, or if this is a significant improvement. But I really love this album, girl. That opener, Nueva York, that opener, one of my favorite Bad Bunny songs, hands down. That opener. Oh yes. Yeah, another thing is Tuesday I realized, or I sent the email, I paid and everything, 300 euros for my visa application. And I think I did that on like Saturday. Tuesday I got the email back to say basically they've received it, blah blah blah, and next steps is to send it to Payback London, blah blah blah. One of the stuff in the email was like, yeah, we don't accept posts from outside of the UK. Bitch, the fuck? Because my plan was to send my visa application and passport from here to KVAC London, and then like have them send it to Heidi's address or Uncle Amin's address, and then maybe I'll fly up and get it from them, whatever. But yeah, this thing was saying that they don't accept posts outside of the UK. So I was like, oh shit. So then I decided that I was just going to, alright, I was gonna just send it to UPS. No, I decided, you know what? I think I spoke to Heidi about sending it to her and then having her or her parents send it to London. And then Heidi told me, well, I'm coming down on Wednesday, so I could just get it from you on Wednesday. And then when I go back up, I'll send our same time. And I was like, alright. But then I was talking to her on Wednesday, and then I realized she coming on Wednesday, which I saw her on Wednesday, and I'm like, oh shit, she is not gonna leave until oh wait, I'm skipping ahead. Fuck it. Okay, we're done with Tuesday, now we're on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm like, she is not gonna leave here until Thursday. So that's like a week of my application sitting here. So that Wednesday I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna send it. I just walked to the mailboxes, and they take there with UPS, and I'm just gonna send it up from today to Uncle Amin's address, and then have Uncle Amin send it to the KVAC London. So that's what I did, gave him the address and everything. Currently at the Parc L'Autorente to going to find a place to record this week's late ass video. Oh my god, also on Thursday, me and Heidi went to campus to get our certificado de salida. Yeah, our leaving certificate of departure, certificado de salida. And yes, there was, we never even asked her name, but there was the woman who tended to us. How old she said she was? 45. Yeah, but she has such a youthful energy. I dealt with her before, but this time she gave us like an inspirational talk. Me and Heidi felt afterwards, we were like, I feel so inspired. Yes, honey, she's learning Valenciano, and I think she's going to do the C1 test for Valenciano. We're like, oh, we're so proud. She was like, yeah, I can't believe everyone's becoming so, I feel like people are becoming more individualistic, like you need to care about people, blah blah blah, like society as a whole. She has her daughter with her ex, who was from the Netherlands. Yeah, I forgot what she was saying about her daughter, but she's like, yeah, she grew up very independent, the woman, with sisters and a mother who was doing it all. So she herself, so she was very codependent. She said, I heard her sisters like relied on each other for everything. There was like a big codependency, and she had to learn to like be independent. Whenever she had to live alone away from her sisters, she was like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? And she's like learned to be independent and teaching her daughter to be independent, because she did not grow up being independent. And she says now she thinks her daughter is gonna be hyper independent and want to be superwoman and do it all. Yeah, so she's like, okay, now I'm kind of scared of that. And I forgot what, and she was saying, yeah, basically live your life, don't care about making mistakes. The more mistakes you make, the more you grow, and the more you grow, the more experiences you'll have, and the more like you'll actually grow. I can't angle this properly. The more you will grow, the more you make mistakes, the more you will grow. The less you make mistakes, the less you can learn from them, and the more stagnant you will be, or the longer stagnation will last. So she was saying other stuff, and it was just so inspiring about, yeah, gathering experiences and basically just going out and living your life. And I just felt so, and Heidi too, like, we felt so inspired and invigorated by that. So yeah, that was amazing. That was Thursday, and yeah, that was the same day, yeah, that I went and had to tell the man, hello, my shit. And then finally Friday, I went out with the boys. By the boys, I mean Johnny, Vigo, and Arnaud. So we went, first me, Vigo, and Arnaud, we met at my place, had some drinks, and again, I was like, I'm gonna have a lot of sangria here, so I won't have to buy anything when I go out, or maybe just buy one drink, who knows. No shots. No more than one drink, if I even get a drink. And yeah, these two, Wiggle, I think Wiggle and Arnaud said they're not drinking for the new year. Or they're not drinking much, whatever the fuck, because I poured us some whatever the fuck, some, you know, the sangria. And yeah, everybody brought their own. Girl, they like had the one cup, finished it, and that was it. They did not want no more. Both of them were on the same flex of not wanting, you know, keeping it light and wanting to drink less, party less, drink less, whatever the fuck. And I was like, oh, okay. And then what else? And it was just me. I was like, I'm gonna drink this motherfucker, so I'm gonna finish this bottle of sangria, because I don't want to buy anything when I go out, and I want to be already lit when I go out. Because when I went out on Wednesday and I wasn't lit, I was like, I am too sober for this. I am too sober for this. I was like, I need to get lit before I get there. And lit I was, honey. Lit I was. And Yeah. And then Arnaud had a vape. And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to like quit cigarettes this year. I haven't smoked one cigarette from the year start. I said, I'm so proud of you. So he have the vape. So we're hoping that, you know, he'll be weaned off. He still had his pack of cigarettes though. He said, I have this pack that I haven't finished. Just in case I need it, I have it. And yeah, he said the vape, someone just left it at his house, so he just kept it. Yeah, and then we all went out. Yeah, I borrowed one of Arnaud's pants. I was like, I'm so tired of my fucking clothes, so I borrowed one of his pants. We went out to meet Johnny. Where did we go though first? I think Parabarap first. No, Upicum. Because he was supposed to meet us at Parabarap late, as per motherfucking usual with Johnny. So we went to Upicum and we got in. Yeah, I think we even went down to dance floor. Oh, and we got a free shot. I forgot about that. Because it was free. So I was like, alright. So we got our little free tequila rose thing. Our strawberry shot, whatever the fuck. And then literally at that point, Johnny was there. And Johnny didn't have his ID, so they were not gonna let him in. So we had to fucking leave. I mean, it was kind of empty anyway. It was pretty early. What time was it? Like 12 maybe? I don't know. It was pretty like empty-ish in there. And everyone was like at the tables. No one was on the dance floor. Everyone was standing at the tables. So we went to Parabarap. Had a really nice time. Then he was, again, it was loud and everything, and he was talking about, and again, I'm a little lit. He's talking about, oh, the mojitos, we can get the mojito. Let me walk, honey. Oh, and we're losing the light. He was like, we can get a mojito, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, he was like, yeah, and it's like the big thing for €6. So we can get that. Both of them. And I just, again, wasn't thinking straight, forgot the whole not drinking thing. And then I was like, yeah, sure. So he got one for him and Arnaud. I got one for me and Wiggle. And it was very fucking big. Very fucking big. And yeah, finished it because I'm like, my money not going to fucking waste. So we finished it. Also, we saw Michelangelo, and I still don't have a picture of him, and I don't want to be weird and ask him because we took pictures at Parabarap on the thing. I'm just gonna ask him for the picture. No, let me not. But yeah, he seemed like interested, not flirty, but he seemed interested. Even Johnny was like, I think he's gay, like, and I was like, I don't know, whatever. But like, he seemed kinda interested, but although kudos on him for like initiating conversation. He's like, hi, do you remember me? And I'm like, oh my god, yes, blah blah blah. And then we kind of like talked, kept it nice. I had to ask him for his Instagram. Yeah, he put the thing on to take pictures, and he brought me closer to like take the pictures with him. But other than that, nothing really, you know, to make me think he liked me. Just that he was talking to me and he was kind of like there with the group, which also kind of made me think like, because it was just him and his friend Margarita. So I was like, is it maybe they're just being nice, mostly him being nice so that they can have like a group to be with instead of just it being the two of them. I don't know, whatever, child. They're not doing enough for me, these boys. But anyways, he's so handsome. Oh my god. And I saw him, and I don't know if I said it, but yeah, I saw him one night before that we went out, and I was at one bar, and then left that, I think La Plata, left that, went to Upicum with Wigo, and he was like, oh my god, do you remember me? And I was like, from where? He's like, oh, you were in La Plata. And I was like, oh, you were in there? Oh my god, blah, 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 you know, kept it cute or whatever. What else? Yeah, so he was there. Oh, so cute. And then, yeah, eventually he was with our group, talking to all of us, whatever. And then eventually it was just him and Margarita by themselves, and they left. Yeah, then after Parabarap we went to Divina, the gay bar, I've never been there. As we walk in, child, of course, the drag queen have to see me and call me up on. The drag queen just had to see me and call me up on the stage, honey, and is talking to me up there in Spanish. I was like, I understood some of it and responded. Some of it I didn't understand. So apparently, at one point, when I came down, Arnaud translated for me. I was like, what did she say towards it at the end? And he was like, the drag queen. Because at one point, I think she was complimenting me, and I was just like, I did like a curtsy while holding her hand because she was holding my hand. I did like a curtsy. And then she was like, basically, oh wow, she's more feminine than I am. Yeah, and then I think she may have said something else to me and I didn't respond. And I don't know if she realized at that point maybe the English is not so good, or maybe she thought I was being uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable. I don't know. But she said something to me. She said, I think she's thinking to me. And then I was kind of like, and then she was like, okay, darling. And then I went back down. That was so amazing. Oh my God. And we don't even have no footage of that. Oh my God. And then, yeah. I was going to say something and I forgot. What else happened that night? Girl, at one point, you know me in the falling, girl, at one point, you know me falling in slow motion, girl, I just went down. At one point when we were standing up talking, and I think that's where we ended. Yeah, after Davina, Wahine went home. Arnaud went home. He's like, yeah, I'm going to catch the last bus because it was a free bus. I should have just went home with him at that point. So he caught the last bus. Oh yeah, and then there, because you know I bought the drink for me and Wigo, so it was his turn to buy a drink for us. He bought a vodka Red Bull and I shared it with him. Again, I should have just stopped because I had enough alcohol in my system, but I had that as well, even though I said I was not gonna drink. So I had like basically a whole bottle of sangria to myself. That big blood clot thing, mojito mixed with 7-Up, I think. Shared that with Wigo. Shared a vodka Red Bull with Wigo, and I had a shot. So yes, the next day was a wasted day. I had a bit of a headache, very low energy, barely did anything on Saturday. And yeah, I didn't do anything of note on Saturday. I didn't do anything of note on Sunday. Yeah, that was my week. Oh my God, and my time in Alicante is coming to a close. Like, oh, I've been loving it here, but Korea is coming up and I'm excited, and that's going to be even better than here. I'm manifesting it. Bisou, bisou. Besito, besito. So this week I made my little account in my little Korean account, my Spanish account. Haven't done shit on it yet. I just followed some people. Now, do I remember what the ats are for these? I think the Spanish one, it's Soy Santísimo. Soy_Santísimo. That's my Spanish one. And the Korean one, yeah, it's Moontaeyang 2025. So that's at Moontaeyang 2025 and at Soy_Santísimo. Sí, está. Tagna Guiga Muosol Mulo Puanica Puasubika. Fuck, Puasubika. Puasubika. Tagaguiga Meduki Ege. What do you eat to sing well? Jal Nore Hagi de Mune Mogoyo Norelul Jal Hagi Wieso Hagi Wieso, Mosul Mogni. Oh my god, I'm over here trying to read my little book or whatever, and it was quite interesting too. This was the Spanish story about El Superordenador. Girl, tell me why I try to read my book in peace. And then this old couple comes over, see me. How the fuck I leave from here? This old couple comes over and girl, they're trying to sell the Bible, girl, talking about, oh, you like reading or whatever, whatever. And I'm like, it's to better my Spanish and whatever. And they have like classes, basically Bible study or whatever, trying to get me to. I say, I soon leave, girl. I only got 2 weeks left. And they're talking about the Bibles. And then my ass, what books do you recommend from the Bible? So this lady gave him us a 5 Proverbio, Marcos, Samos, Juan, and one next one. It was 5. I'm like, Jesus Christ, girl. But anyways, how do I get out of here? Interrupt me, girl. And they were there for like a good 20 minutes talking to me. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, can I read my book in peace? And I'm so nice, and it's just emboldening them to keep going. And I'm like, oh my god, why am I so nice as well? Like, ugh.